Next up on this court, we hope, will be Nadal and Andy Murray. There is the possibility that if rain threatens and they think they can get the matches in, but not both here, they'll move that to the next court, to the Armstrong court.
Nice and calm by Roger Federer, showing that he's going to be aggressive today. I think that's the only chance he has against Djokovic on hard courts. So Djokovic likes to take the ball early, and he will not allow Roger to play his own game.
Call too long.
Molina is the chair umpire. He played 8 times. Roger Federer has won 6 of those, including Novak's retirement in the second set of Monte Carlo. That's the last time they met in May of this year in Monte Carlo on the clay.
Game Federer.
Very sharp beginning for Roger Federer.
Very confident. I think that Djokovic will be looking to take Roger's second serve early and try and do some damage with it. Maybe come to the net and or maybe hit the winner outright of Roger's second serve, because again, it's the easiest shot that Novak is going to see all day. It's Roger's second serve.
Djokovic was absolutely top form against Andy.
Novak Djokovic, 2
dropped the set when Andy got a little run going, but he had already won the first 2 and was in total command of the match. Winning it in 4, he was supreme from the baseline, very few errors, served extremely well, and mainly returned. Can dominate most players with a serve, except these 2. Federer returns it well.
15 long.
Absolutely. Federer is more of a get the ball back in play in the return, and Djokovic is more of the attacking style. Takes the ball early, if it's Roddick's serve or doesn't matter whose serve it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Federer is challenging the call.
An ace there.
On the right center service line. It's been called good.
Ready? Long.
Just tagged the line, so it's probably worth the challenge.
30 long. Federer has
sure
2 challenges remaining.
Mr. Federer believes that
he doesn't accept the television.
Not all the time.
You can imagine the ball gets squashed against the line from the power of the serve, and that's what shows up. He may see a spot there and mark it. Doesn't indicate that.
30-15.
I guess that's what Roger has to hope for, is that Novak Djokovic is going to rush the rallies a little bit, because he doesn't want to get involved in too many long rallies with Federer or Nadal, especially on hard courts. So he's going to take some chances early, take the ball early, and especially go down the line with both the forehand and the backhand.
It's a good serve right at the body from Djokovic.
40-15.
Heavy ball on this serve. 40-15.
Then Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic.
1 game all. First set.
This match is starting an hour earlier than scheduled because of the threatening tropical storm headed to the New York area. It's already smacked into the coast south of New York State, down in South Carolina, Virginia.
Left
Semifinal and the second one, Nadal and Murray. And women's final schedule for tonight has been the 7th.
It's kind of weird for both players to play a semifinals, and there's nobody in the stands, really.
Right. Well, there are more because this is so huge than we might think, but it's certainly not a full house that would be here an hour from now with good weather. That's what people expected them to start.
15 all.
There'll be people coming in continually here, although the weather, the threatening weather, may keep the crowd down anyway. Some people won't want to risk being a big storm that's supposed to be coming in later today.
unbelievable pass by Djokovic. And that's what Federer has to be careful of.
15-13.
Because he's not playing against Nadal here. Nadal will give you a bit of spin on his passing shots, but Djokovic takes it so early and literally bunts it back with a lot of force. Tough shot.
There.
30 all.
30 all.
I think that's what Djokovic does not want to get involved in, is longer rallies again. It's kind of like when Roddick played Djokovic, he doesn't want to get involved in longer rallies, and when Djokovic plays Federer 4 times over the net and the point should be over, decided somehow. I don't want to give Roger Federer the rhythm.
But even better reaction than Roger Federer firing it directly back at him.
40-30.
Right at his toes. Game point Federer at 1-all.
Game Federer.
Serve. 2 games to 1 Federer.
Federer leads 2 games to 1. First set.
Gray skies, little patches of sun and blue every now and then, but a big storm headed to New York. And I hope here on the part of the USTA that they can get both these men's semifinals completed today. They started an hour earlier. Djokovic serving in 1-2.
15 all.
It kind of looks like that both players were thinking that they were going to start at noon as well, to be honest, in the early goings here. They're not very keen on the return of serve. Robert turns it on.
$15-all.
He's made so many unforced errors in the last, say, 20 matches in his career, and that he never used to make, so it's kind of hard for him to hold back. That's what he needs to do. He needs to not hold back and hit the winners.
15-13.
52-12, his match mark for 2008. Those 12 losses beginning back at the semifinals to Djokovic in Australia. They had a chance to just quickly run the others by, so you get a sense of how difficult the year has been for Roger Federer. Not that he should be expected to win every match. He's concentrating on the big one. Beautiful forehand down the line. After that, he lost to Andy Murray in Dubai on hard. Marty Fish at Indian Wells on hard court. Andy Roddick at Miami. Those are certainly Fish and Roddick, people that he would normally be getting regularly. Then he lost to Stepanek at Rome on clay. Gilles Simon at Toronto on hard. Karlovic, Cincinnati on hard. Blake at the Olympic Games on hard. And then the 4 losses to Nadal, and of course including the 2 finals at the French and Wimbledon. So, you know, a different kind of a year. But were he to win here today, I think he would end this tournament. Everybody would be forgetting.
Absolutely. No, I mean, it's a great year. It's a great year, except the fact that he's lost the 2 finals he's been in. He's lost to Nadal, and the semis he was in, he lost to Djokovic. In the older days, you used to lose to maybe one guy in the finals, and you lose to somebody else. It just so happens that Djokovic and Nadal are the only ones that feel like they can beat Roger Federer on the big stage. So it's tough for Roger to bounce back from that.
First set.
Big break for him here to 3-1 in the opening set.
Always want to get a good start when you're lacking just a little bit of confidence.
$15-all.
Good serve there, just pulling Djokovic over to his right. On that corner, forehand side. shot of his, although I think he's probably a little stronger on that backhand.
Absolutely, but it was a good enough return where maybe he should think about following that return into the net. Make Roger come up with a better shot than he. Roger loves that defensive slice backhand cross court.
Federer's at 6 winners and not an error as yet. That's a
40 love.
start. 40 love, serving well on top of it.
Game Federer.
Mason holds it well. Rolling here to 4-1 with that break.
Federer leads 4 games to 1. First set. Fifteen long.
Solid serve down the tee. Serve again.
30 long.
Billie Love. His second serve was excellent. Really good play by Djokovic.
And that's the kind of hardcore tennis that
40 long.
Federer and Nadal are afraid of, because it takes the ball so early. Djokovic does. It starts with a serve, of course, great serve, but then it takes everything so early. It takes away time from his opponents.
Game Djokovic. Federer leads 4 games
By
to 2. First
Roger
set.
Federer, forehand long, 4 games to 2.
Hard to say where this match is going so far. I mean, it looks like Djokovic is not that into the match. Roger is obviously into every match these days. But Roger looks like he's a Federer of old, I have to say. Very confident.
Perfect play.
Unbelievable backhand volley. There's a great pass by Djokovic, and somehow
15 long.
when he comes into the right shot here, very few players can give him this respond. Great hands.
Even Djokovic applauds that.
He does that very often, Djokovic.
Yes, he does. Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, I wasn't thinking he was a bad guy. He's not. I think he's a young guy learning how to perform on the big stages. Just 21 years old. Ton of talent.
15 all.
He's a young man, but he's kind of learning the hard way as a result of here in New York, where everything gets triply exposed. Post-match TV interview on the court talking to the 20,000 fans of Andy Roddick you just beat. It was a mistake I'm sure he won't repeat. That looked like it was wrong. Djokovic thought so too, but
30
he tagged that paint because Djokovic is not challenging. Or is he? No. As well. Yeah,
40-15.
He does not want to turn the crowd against him today completely. I really think that's in his back of his mind.
40-15. Those shots were good. I mean, Federer is just absolutely painting the lines. 9 winners and 1 error to this point. He played 6 games in the first set. Game point for 5-2. first set.
Federer leads 5 games to 2. First set.
It wouldn't bother him at all. The thing I don't like about when I see Roger Federer lose is that he's not trying to change anything. Lose because you're doing something different. Working, exactly, working something that you need to add to playing Djokovic or Nadal, for example, in the big semis and the big finals. And I was always against somebody who wins 11, 12 tournaments a year, because that means they're never working on their weaknesses in a match. It's always on the practice court.
30 long.
You're supposed to work on the weaknesses is obviously in a match where it means everything. And some wins you take and some losses you have to take as well, but it's part of the learning process. I think Federer has gotten to that point this year.
Just conceded that next shot because it was stretched out, and Mueller's reply was not for a winner. We love Djokovic. Again, that's kind of a good example of what I was asking about. He's going to be serving for the first set, and so he's not likely to extend himself on every single point. Now he gets an error, so now he can still do 40-15, might as well cut another point or two. But sometimes you feel his confidence level of closing out the set against anybody is so high that he won't worry about a point here or there. Am I seeing that correctly?
Absolutely correctly, and I think it's a dangerous path if that's how he feels. If you have Pete Sampras to serve when you're back that's fine. Pete Sampras doesn't get a whole lot of free points. He still has to work the point. So
Federer leads 5 games to 3. First set.
put a dent into every game. Even the service game with Djokovic, whatever the score is, I think it's the way that he's going to stay at the top. Pete Sampras was unusual in that way. He could basically close his eyes and get to 4 in the first set and suddenly decide, well, hold on, and I break the guy. So Roger Federer is not that.
5-3, serving for the first set and opens with an ace. So
ladies and gentlemen, Djokovic is challenging the call on the center service line. It's being pocket.
But this is a good example here, however the challenge can go. Good tag the launch and then gets the ace. Is that he didn't try to lunge back to make
Djokovic
that.
has 2 challenges remaining.
He's caught up in the net there. You know, if he had to make that point, he was going to decide the match. He would have tried something. But here, where he's serving it out, in his view, he's serving out this set. I just wonder when I see those kinds of circumstances in the summer.
Yeah, that's a horrible volley by Roger Federer. It's one with absolutely no confidence at all.
30-15.
Serve to 30-15, 2 points in the first set.
And of course, the way that Roger Federer is going to stay at the top and keep winning Grand Slams is if his serve improves.
40-15.
It's only 115 miles per hour. It's a very deceptive serve. He throws the ball all over the place, but you can't tell where he's going with the serve.
That's the point that I was asking about. I'm asking the expert here. He wins at 6-3, 13 winners, only 3 unforced errors. Djokovic will open the second set.
Second set. Djokovic 2 serves.
I think there's a big difference in that. There's been talk about the locker room talk about Roger Federer losing. So the guy who's ranked 50 or 100 in the world suddenly feels like he has a chance to beat Roger Federer because he's losing to Kanyas a couple of times. Now Daniil, who's by no means a top 50 player, but a top 10 player. But Djokovic and Nadal, they see the same guy all the time, and I don't think that they have that confidence in themselves that Roger has lost something. Because Roger will always come up with some kind of a game plan against them that'll make life more complicated to them. So I think yes, he has a better chance of losing to the no names in the locker room, but once he's up against these guys, there's so much history, and Roger lives for these moments.
Ooh, good forehand errors in this game. He really knocked it up and he didn't get it at the center of the racket. Quick 40-love lead for Djokovic in the game of the second set.
Game Djokovic.
So a good start for Djokovic, just as Roger did in
First
set
game,
one.
second set.
This would be a really good time for Djokovic to step it up in his return game. Because of course, when Roger Federer gets his first serve in, it's very difficult to read where it goes, and he hits quite a few aces. But if it doesn't go in, we have to jump on Federer's second serve and do something with it. Djokovic has that repertoire. He can take both sides very early. He can go down the line, down the middle of the court. He can go cross-court with both his forehand and his backhand. So,
and he's a good returner of first serves when he's got a chance to get his racket on.
Maybe the best returner in the game.
Federer certainly aware of that, so he'll continue to move it around.
15 love.
Djokovic.
I know that Roger Federer says that it's really tough to come to the net against the likes of Djokovic and Nadal because there's so much spin, there's so much pace, but he's got such great technique that all it has to do is just get the racket in place, and he wins a lot of volleys straight away like that.
Quickly to 40-love for Federer. Federer and firing it back.
Racket into his own side first.
Watch this one. Djokovic gave up on this. I mean, I don't blame him. It didn't look like there was any way it was coming. Did it bounce on his side first?
Thank you.
I really love that about Roger Federer. He's kept his sense of humor, and he's smiled and laughed more times in this tournament than he has for a long time. And this is the hardest Grand Slam for him in the last 5 years.
Getting the deuce.
That's exactly what Federer has to be aware of, is that Djokovic can take the ball so early, and he doesn't let Federer spin hit out in the court. He just takes it early, a little bit like Andre Agassi, but of course he moves a lot better than Agassi. But he didn't have the heart of Andre Agassi. He doesn't have the heart yet, anyway. Just a beautiful rally by both players, but what a great passing check off the backhand side. Again, players feel that going to Federer's backhand when you come to the net is a mistake. You go to Federer's forehand when you come to the net, but in the rally, you go to his backhand, so it's a complicated scenario against Roger Federer. Again. And that's a better return by Djokovic. It takes it a little bit earlier and it takes time away from Federer. Doesn't do much with it except hits it down the middle. A lot of pace.
These are huge points based on the way the first set was played. Not having the right break against you. Djokovic down the set, exactly what he wants to produce.
Round 8 Federer.
This is the third game point for Federer.
It's a good rally by Djokovic, taking the ball early and trying to take a few more chances here in the second set. That's the way he has to be to Roger Federer on hard courts. Take some chances, some of them go in, some of them don't. Take the ball early and just target.
For it. It's too good for Federer to return. Use again.
Crucial game for Federer, this one. It's Pete Sampras serve right here.
117, but again, excellent placement. Somehow his 115, 117, 118s, they seem to be faster than than they register.
I think it's because his toss is so deceptive. He throws it over his left shoulder, which means usually you're going to hit a big kick serve to the right. Again, exactly the same thing.
Yeah, that was 101. Perfect serve.
One
the
game
great
over.
Pete Sampras always
Second
hit
set.
the ball in the same spot all the time, so it was very difficult to tell where he's going. But I think Federer throws the ball everywhere, and he pulls off whichever serve he wants to pull off. So you have no idea where he's serving, especially on the second serve.
Work a little bit for that hold, but even at one here, serving the second. And Djokovic
15 ball.
that serve in the opening point. That's ace number 2 for Djokovic.
Good serve
to the backhand.
It's a very streaky server, Djokovic. When he feels the ball and he feels his rhythm of his serve, then he can serve as good as anybody.
Full too long.
Plus, he serves very smart the whole time. So, for example, I wouldn't be surprised if he throws in a second serve here on the first serve and possibly come to the net just to see what Roger has to offer.
40 love. Looks like he was coming. Back on that one and wound up having a stretch for the next shot. 40-15. First of those we've seen, and he's a very good drop shotter. But
40-30.
Roger was ready.
Well, you don't want to drop shot Roger Federer because he's got great foot speed, he's got unbelievable hands, and if you do get the ball back in play, he covers the net really well and he's got great volleys. So Not a smart move at all by Djokovic.
Again,
Gets away with it.
And Djokovic leads 2-1, second set.
On serve
Federer
here
by
in
1
the
set to
second
love.
set. 2-1, Djokovic. On serve in the second. Federer at 1-2. Won the first set 6-3 with a break 3-1. And a break the first set.
Love 15.
That's going long. Federer with only 6 unforced errors in the match, 17 winners. Effort by Djokovic. Quick reaction to turn around and get that ball. He was
Love
wrong
13.
footed. Watch it here.
Absolutely. Good serve and volley. This ball should be put away. It didn't. And that one goes to the strong side of Djokovic, which is the backhand side. So, lack of confidence there in the first couple of volleys in that rally.
Love 30.
Left
Love
play.
Djokovic in the second serve. Point in this game.
Absolutely the best shot
15-30.
in tennis ever, I would say. It's the forehand when Roger Federer moves into the ball, takes it early and takes time away from his opponent.
15-30. Djokovic takes advantage of the net cord to turn the point around. And he's got
15-40.
8 points.
A bit unlucky here for Federer, obviously, but Djokovic was controlling that rally from the first point on, and we'll see more of that as this match goes through its different phases.
Again, Djokovic.
Break. Djokovic. 3-1. This is
Djokovic leads 3-1. Second
situation
set.
as the first set just reversed.
Well, it seems to me that Djokovic suddenly started taking the ball a little bit earlier, and just rushing Roger a little bit. That last backhand miss by Federer is not one that he usually makes, but then he hasn't played against the likes of Novak Djokovic and hardwoods very often. And it's a new style. He's used to the Andy Roddick, Leighton Hewitt, David Nalbandian. But this is a fast player, hits the ball cleaner and moves much better than those guys.
Good.
15 low.
The first meeting back in 2006. Bear in mind, Djokovic is 21 years old now. He was on the clay at Monte Carlo. Since then, 8 meetings. We're 6-2. Advantage. Long from
15
Djokovic.
low.
15 all.
That's the danger for Djokovic, is when he's going to take the ball that early and he's going to miss a few. But it's more hoping for the misses he gets from Federer rather than the ones he's going to commit himself, because you will miss some.
Ace. Third of the match. 2 in the set.
Must be a very hard serve to read as well, because Federer was nowhere close to that. He usually picks up on anybody's serve.
Really good serve.
14-15.
15.
Djokovic leads 4 games to 1 in the second set. Federer by 1 set to love. Fifteen love.
A high level of play from the very beginning here. Very cleanly played sets of tennis by both players. Federer with 17 winners to 8 unforced errors. Djokovic with 14 winners to 11.
30 love.
Both serving very well. Ace number 6. Federer serving at 58%. Djokovic at 79%. This has just gone in an upward arrow.
40 love.
Beautiful. Federer-esque, that's what we got to know him by. It's a pretty good serve, 118, and a huge forehand inside out.
Game, Federer.
Love and a blink. Game to 2.
Djokovic leads 4 games to 2.
What Roger Federer
Second
did
set.
there. 40 love, he throws in a first serve at 91 miles per hour. He's not giving Djokovic anything to hit at. He's just trying to break down Djokovic's return. And he knows that it's 40 love. Djokovic is most probably not even going to try on this point. So let's see what happens. And what happened? He missed an easy return. It's something that Federer can build on later in the match.
4-2. Serbian here. And serve.
Love 15.
Love 15. Federer fans, Djokovic fans exchanging their cheers to the players. Second serve. It's a big point for Federer here. He'd love to get to love 30 and somehow get the break in this game.
I think that Djokovic sent Federer a message there in the first point where Djokovic tried to go for the ace out wide on the second serve. And there's really no reason for him to do that right now because clearly from the back court he's dictating the points.
Roger was playing that as though it was good.
Yeah,
and that's one of those mistakes that you cannot make by Roger Federer. 4-2 down, love 30, second serve. You have to do something with that return. And even if that return went over the net, he was still in the middle of the court, wasn't trying to do anything. So either take a crack at a winner or slice the backhand and come to the net and do something different.
That's a good serve from Djokovic.
30 all.
You don't have that many opportunities when you play against the guys like Novak Djokovic. That might be the only chance he has the whole set, Federer.
Now all even at 30, so Djokovic out of that little hole. Another second serve to look at, so let's see what Federer does this time, whether he's more aggressive or more passive. Pretty passive.
Beautiful backhand down the line. And smart shots before that.
30-40.
The pace off the ball and then just lines up for the line drive there. What a great shot he has when it's not above his shoulders, but between his hips and his shoulders, then it's a great backhand.
And Federer breaks back.
Djokovic
Serve in
leads
the
4
second
games to
set.
3, second
Games
set.
to 3.
Federer by 1 set to love.
Federer at 3-4.
Love 15.
It's a dangerous play by Federer because Djokovic, again, he stands so close to the baseline that it doesn't give Federer any chance to get in close enough to the net. It's not a bad approach shot against anybody else, but against Djokovic, it's a lot more than that. Again, it's Federer that's running out of time, which is why he has to come up with this shot. A little bit lucky. And I think Novak Djokovic is figuring out where to stand on the court in the middle of rallies. Great tactics by Federer, and he needs to mix it up.
30-15.
And hopefully, by losing so many more matches than he's used to, he's figured out that he might have to change something in this game. So he'll play out of his comfort zone.
Come on.
40-15.
Away from the baseline, as you said, he's been controlling the baseline. That's where he wants to be. That's where he's at his best. But if you throw it right at his feet and hit the paint, you're backing him up. 40-15.
Game Federer.
Federer.
4 games all.
It's surprising
Second
here
set.
that after Djokovic had 4-1 that he hasn't been able to get to 5 in this set. But Federer has stayed very calm and played a couple of very smart points there, serving volley once, and just not playing like the Federer that Djokovic is used to playing against, with or without the confidence that Federer used to have. It's showing a different look to his game. And that's what he has to do when he plays against Rafael Nadal or Novak Djokovic.
Love 15.
Overall, 3 games in a row for Roger Federer.
Huge points coming up here. I mean, this could basically seal the match for Roger Federer.
Love 30.
There we go. Another love 30 point. See what Federer does this time. He just puts the ball back in play if he tries to create something.
Thank you.
If he has a chance to return the serve, of course.
Long serve in the second set.
Good 15-30.
20. Roger.
30 all.
Very smart serving by Novak Djokovic, of course. But Federer needs to put this last return back in play. I think Djokovic earned the point rather than get a freebie.
40-30.
Come back in this game by Djokovic. Game point.
Djokovic.
5-4 in the second set.
It's a big forehand by Djokovic after he just missed one.
Djokovic leads 5 games to 4. Second set, Federer by 1 set to love.
Second break in the set.
15 love.
Just serving, yes, great serving day, Roger Federer. Getting a lot of free points off that first serve. Of course, it's important against everybody, but especially against Djokovic. In terms of
point down the tee. Made Djokovic move his feet. 30 love.
Clutch.
You're looking a lot like the Federer we all know and love here. 40 love.
Absolutely.
Quickly.
5 games over. Second set.
5 all in the second.
Just an effortless game by Roger Federer. Great serving and great reactions and great mindset because the pressure is straight back on Djokovic's serve. The last game, Roger Federer got to 30. A good chance of breaking Djokovic's serve. This is going to be a tough service game for Djokovic.
Pressure it puts on, huh? We can't imagine it. You guys can. Like you. He's standing there trying to make the perfect first serve in his key game, and he winds up doubling. And that happened to him in the last service game. 15. You got it. Well done.
15 all.
Very rare that you see that the men's players make a mistake on the overhead. And I kind of wish that the women players would feel confident in their overhead as well, because they have so many chances to hit that shot. They let it bounce, but no mistake by Djokovic this time.
Marian Vida, the coach of Djokovic, and lost with his parents. Second serve.
very aggressive throughout that rally, Djokovic. Not giving Federer any chance to come back into the rally with either a slice backhand or a topspin backhand. Exactly what Djokovic wants.
15-30. 30-15, pardon me. Point here in this game. Federer. That error there. And point Djokovic.
That is what Djokovic wants. He takes the ball a little bit earlier, and Roger Federer has pretty long swings throughout his forehand and his backhand, so there's going to be a lot of mishits if you can take the ball early like Djokovic does.
Djokovic leads 6-5, second set. Federer by 1 set to love.
Nadal and Andy Murray follow this match. Federer serving to force a tiebreak in the second set. Well done, Djokovic.
Great defending by Djokovic, making Federer hit that extra shot. This is an overhead that he needs to put away. Wasn't too bad, but that one lacks confidence, even though it hit the top of the net.
15. Return from Djokovic and a forehand miss. 2 errors in this game by Federer, running to only 12 against 21 by Djokovic. And in these critical games, and the errors really are double. Impact. Well, another three great points, set points for Djokovic.
Just a great returning game by Djokovic so far. And again, Federer mishits this backhand because Djokovic has taken the ball so early and is taking time away from Federer. So I think Federer out of his comfort zone right now, Djokovic has.
Let
Got a good service there, but it's a lot. Forehand, so what does he do now in second serve? They're out.
Smart play by Djokovic, even though he missed it, for sure. Again, it's the forehand side where he's going to hit most of his winners, but also have most of his unforced errors.
That was critical.
30-14.
Farrell on the side of his independence.
Big tennis fan.
Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic set a piece.
1 for all.
Meanwhile here, set a piece.
Well, this match is really just starting because the first set
2 out of 3 now, right?
Exactly. Let's know where each other stands. And Djokovic has found out that Roger Federer's confidence is not missing too much in there. And Federer is quickly finding out that if he's going to ever beat Novak Djokovic on hard court, he has to produce something different than he did in the first 2 sets and also in the semifinals of the Australian Opens.
Well, he can reach back to last year when, of course, they were both a year younger, which was it's just a mere 20-year-old. Federer won that tiebreak 7-6, 7-6, 6-4.
Ladies and gentlemen, Djokovic is challenging the call on the left baseline. It's being called good.
Very difficult shot for the umpire to call as well, because Federer could
Djokovic has two challenges
enormous
remaining.
amount of topspin off of his forehand side, very similar to Rafael Nadal. And it's very difficult to judge when the ball is going to land.
Service game from Djokovic. First couple of sets. Federer held the opening game of the match. Got a break at 3-1, went on to win it. Djokovic held the opening game of the second set. Broke to 3-1 as Roger had in the first. Federer broke back. Djokovic broke to win the set. Indicators.
It feels like it's much more important for Roger Federer to stay close here early in the third set than it is for Novak Djokovic, because I think he's really confident right now about winning this match. Patient enough and took his chance with a short ball wide. He's not going to get too many breakpoint chances throughout the rest of this match, Federer. So
he's 2 for 2. Djokovic is 2 for 4. Points.
just so important to get up to the ball for anybody that's watching this that likes to play tennis. The quicker you get to the ball, the more time you take away from your opponent.
That's a good shot. Djokovic, game point.
Maybe the best two-handed backhand in the game. Or maybe not. I think Rafael Nadal and Djokovic are both similar in that department.
Big serve. Well done, Djokovic.
First game, third set.
Holding the opening game, shaking off a break point. Federer serving at 64%, 62 for Djokovic. Not much to choose in that second set. 10 winners against 11 unforced, and even though Djokovic had more errors, -4 in that category, came up with the great points that he needed him in the deciding game.
Well, it's really one of these matches where the percentage of first serves in is not important, except when it happens. They have to serve well. They're going to get in trouble in their own service games, but they have to come up with a big serve when it counts.
15.
Forehand inside out from Federer, down the air and backhand of Djokovic.
It's a tough situation again for Roger Federer, though. He's going to be serving second in this set. He was hoping after that second set, I think he was hoping to lose it 6-2 because then serve will be back on track, but it's very difficult to hold serve against Novak Djokovic when he's one game ahead.
Bullet forehand return. Djokovic, 30-15. Again, so big. 115 is the, forget the ages. It was right to the corner, going away from Djokovic with more velocity than the 115. Put it that way.
Absolutely.
Miss hit. Easy hole for Federer.
Again, Federer.
Third set.
1 game all.
It's great serving by Roger Federer.
Set.
You're right. 115 out wide is more like a 122, 123 down the middle.
Thank you. You put that better than I did. I was trying to describe
Or maybe even
that.
125 down the middle, I would like to say.
Both these players have been playing at a high level. I get a sense that this is just going to be tight all the way. It's now a best-of-3 match. Heavy serve from Djokovic. Federer unhappy with his return. Long. Back over fault. He's got to catch this. Got away with it at the end of the last set.
And usually the reason why you double fault is because you're afraid of what your opponent might do with your second serve, so you press on a little bit more. Not that I'm 100% sure what Roger Federer is trying to do on Djokovic's second serve, but obviously there's something there that we can't pick up from here that Novak is feeling. Great defending by Roger Federer again. By far the best defender in the men's game ever. Of course, now Rafael Nadal is claiming that spot, but just great hands, never gives up, always gives his opponent another shot to make. Very often he loses than Federer, but at least he keeps coming back with another shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Federer is challenging the call on the right baseline. It's being called out.
Not sure who's challenging what call here, to be honest.
Yeah, right, because Djokovic threw his hands up, but I think he was just frustrated that he knew the ball was out, that the linesman didn't call it
40-15.
out.
Federer has 2 challenges remaining.
Federer actually challenged that call.
Yeah, no, he did. Federer can lean it. 40-15. Second serve. 1-1 here in the third. Set apiece.
40-15.
He was thinking about doing something else. Just dropping it into the net, but he's still up a point. You can see the look of disgust on his face.
This is a to-go shot for Novak Djokovic, but against Roger Federer, he's got some of the greatest feet in the world and absolutely the best hands. And this is where confidence is not important. Anyone can make that shot once you get there, and Federer obviously gets there quicker than most players. Poor shot selection by Djokovic. Obviously, he's feeling something in that second serve. Roger might be stepping in and taking that ball early if that second serve comes back into play, but Djokovic is feeling something here.
Opportunity here, break point early in the third. Federer. Federer had a break point in the first game of the set.
Played
3 misses in a row. Djokovic got out of that one in the first. See what he does here. Second serve, break point. Roger just absolutely breaks it. Federer will not be happy with himself on that one.
Just indecision right here on the second serve. You know, there's some reason why it's been better for Djokovic, but you just can't miss that return if that's what you're trying to do with it, which is basically nothing except get it back in play. So, sign of no confidence right there.
Another miss by Djokovic, who's gone off the boil on his service game.
Djokovic.
Point. Federer's face. Chance he missed.
Absolutely. Should he have been at the net after this big forehand? Possibly. But of course, Djokovic is so quick with the returns. And takes the ball so early, Djokovic, from the baseline.
Djokovic
2 against 1 in the third set.
1 set in the third set. And we're 2-1 on serve. Set a piece in the third. Federer serving at 70% with 9 aces. And both these players have played well. Federer's actually played the cleaner match so far. Right on serve early in the third. 1-2.
Been some talk about Federer possibly being a step slower than he has in the past, but then again, he hasn't played against Novak Djokovic on hard courts that much, and people haven't seen that. And this is why Roger Federer looks slow.
15 all.
Because of Novak Djokovic, not because Federer is slower.
The top 4 players by rankings are in these semifinals. Nadal and Murray moving up to number 4. Legit number 4. You're seeing the 4 best players in the world, and well, Nadal
30-15
Grand Slam finals this year, as they have in the past. He hasn't seen Djokovic really since the Australian at the beginning of the season, apart from the clay court match with Monte Carlo. Both players have acknowledged didn't matter since Djokovic retired in the second set.
30
Roger, that is only his first in the match. Yeah, first one in the match. So he's been very clean. He's got 10 aces. He's serving at 70% for the match. Serve percentage. Right behind the double. That's what you come to expect with a great player.
Absolutely. Comes up with a big clutch serve when he needs it, Roger Federer.
At this point,
he's probably relying on that serve the older he gets too. Doesn't necessarily want to run around for 4 hours and trade ground shots with Novak Djokovic.
Yes. Close call, Larry. Both lines, it appears, from that view here. No challenge from Federer.
This would be clearly good if Federer is standing right there.
Right, great shot.
backhand that clips the top of the net and gives Federer that extra time to come up with a winner. And if that ball doesn't hit the top of the net, then Djokovic is in driver's seat in that rally.
All the little tiny things that can affect the progress of a match. They appear to be just 1 point, but now it's a game point for Federer. Completely missing that forehand. Back to deuce.
It just seems like he's in two minds there, Roger Federer. Where is it going, that forehand? He goes down the middle hard. Not really trying to do anything with it except hitting it hard down the middle.
Hearing aircraft coming over now, that's due to the winds have changed, obviously. There's some big weather winds that are building.
Great volleying by Roger Federer. We love to see him up at the net because he's one of the few in men's and women's game that can make it look so simple and so gracious. It's not easy to hit a good drop volley against Novak Djokovic that he can't reach.
Just missed on the tee. Some winds from this windy weather. It's threatening to strike a big storm here later today in New York.
Knee balls, please. 2 against all, third set.
Dead even, set apiece, 2-all on serve, third set.
Right, they've been shouting from the loudspeakers.
It really
you know,
seems like
they're
both
shouting.
players know that their opportunities, this is where the opportunity is to turn this match around or turn it into their own favor. But so far, serving has been the key to stay level in this set.
Djokovic went to the chair umpire. People calling out how the shots were taken.
Thank you. Players are ready.
It's time for Molina to tell Djokovic that this is the US Open and this will keep going on for the next 20 years when you play here. It's just the opposite of playing at Wimbledon.
That was another 2 cute from Federer.
15 long.
It was a body serve, but he was just trying to drop that back over the net. 15 love. Good serve.
30 long.
Djokovic on 21. And sent the cracker and pop in the back end.
Ball striking by Roger Federer that time, taking time away from his opponent, giving Djokovic some of his own medicine. The question is, can Roger Federer do that on a consistent basis? Play by Novak Djokovic. And the first serve, he rolls it in at 89 miles per hour. And not only does he win the point, but he also tells his opponent that I'm not scared of your ground strokes. I'm not scared of getting into a long rally. I'll just spin my serve in and take my chances once the ball is in play. Great play.
Game point for 3-2. Second serve coming.
Game Djokovic.
Federer united himself there on that second
Djokovic
serve.
3 against 2. Third set,
3-2.
1 set all.
Hold for Djokovic.
Love 15.
This is definitely when Djokovic is going to try and take the second serve early and make Roger come up with some shot that he doesn't have, basically.
Love 15.
Love 30.
Love 30. Dangerous situation here.
This is when he really needs that big serve. Roger. Bail him out.
Show down there. Federer's hair around, and the wind is no doubt going to be picking up as the day goes on. Heavily overcast skies.
Maybe a little bit impatient there by Djokovic on that last shot. There's no reason to rush into trying to hit a winner there. He was in the rally. Good rally by Federer as well. Djokovic.
Serve to get back to 30 all.
30 all.
So from love 30, 3 points in a row, game point for Federer.
Love 30 down. That's a great hold by Roger Federer. That will boost his confidence for sure.
Players had a great point in the set. There have been no breaks. Game of the set. And then Djokovic had game 3. Dead even. Set apiece 3 all. So no breaks in the third.
15 all.
Beautiful serve by Djokovic. It's, again, one of those serves that's really hard to read where he's going with it.
It's number 4 for him. And somebody calling out just as he was about to toss.
Unbelievable quick hands by Roger Federer. That's on. Huge return.
15 all.
And takes his chance with that second shot. That's really what he has to do here. Is dictate the point. When he has a chance, he needs to take the chance and go for some kind of shot.
Federer 15.
Federer tried to time that, but didn't quite make the contact we wanted. 15.
Very mature play by Djokovic right here. Again, comes into the Federer forehand, which might seem strange, but that is the weakest passing shot that Federer has out of the two. It's a much better shot once the rally is going. But as returning the serve and as a passing shot, the forehand is definitely not as dangerous as his backhand.
And Djokovic the backhand, so it turns into an easy
Djokovic
hold
leads
for
4-3.
Djokovic.
Third
4 games
set,
to
1-3
3 on serve in the third set. The whole thing will bypass the New York area. That's everybody's fond hope, of course. And in the both men's semifinals and the women's final tonight.
Very solid rally by Roger Federer that time. I think Roger Federer has the wind in his back at the moment, so he's going to get a little extra help here, but of course it swirls around down on court, so he can shift at any time, the wind.
15-all.
It's a good play by Federer, it's just a bad execution on that volley. Really shouldn't make that volley.
Right at his body, and he just didn't quite get out of the way enough to keep that forehand volley in.
30-15.
Same kind of thing we said about earlier. Okay, so I should have made that volley. I'll just get an ace to make up for it. 123. Crank that one up. 30-15. Really another. On the back end.
30
on the top of the net. But again, Federer usually plays these shots about 2 or 3 feet above the net. And when the confidence is lacking, you tend to try and get it closer to the net as necessary.
40-30.
Creeping into his game after only 3 in the first set, 11 in the second, and 11 already here in the third. Pressure and tension building here. The match goes on. It's such a close battle between these two, number 2 in the world. Game point to even things at 4-all. Second serve.
Again, Federer.
Djokovic got the rally going and then knocks it back.
4 against 4. Third set.
Game point. 4-all.
Interesting point played by Djokovic there. I mean, really, it's a bad error, but he set himself up perfectly in that point to make that last shot. And disbelief in the fact that I really think that this is my match. This is not the Roger Federer that I grew up watching on TV. This is a different man. And I'm a different guy.
Love 15.
Again, here's that situation. We've got 4 games on the line here. Federer, it's like his nose comes out to smell this here. Okay, got a point on him early. If I break, I'm serving for the set. And he seems to kind of structure how he plays each point. Possibility in mind.
15 all.
They can't get away.
Possibly slice that backhand back in play. At love 15, you really don't want to give your opponent an unforced error and make your opponent come up with a play when you're ahead.
See the wind billowing through Djokovic's shirt. It's definitely moving around down there. Oh, and the forehand.
30-15.
Federer really unhappy with that one. 2 errors here.
Just doesn't seem to me like Roger actually made up his mind before that shot. He just try to get it back in play, and it's a good second serve by Djokovic, of course.
40-15.
40-15. Djokovic, well done. Novak Djokovic.
Djokovic leads 5 games to 4.
Still on
Third
serve.
set,
No
1
breaks
set all.
in the third. So Roger Federer now serving at 4-5 in the third set. Set apiece. Drama continues to build here between number 2 and number 3.
15 love.
It needs to start a service game.
This is a tough game to hold for Federer because he's down 4-5 and has been serving behind Djokovic the whole set. So the first 2 points in each service game is so important to get under your belt.
30 love.
30 love. So rolling along here nicely on this service game. As the end of the set approaches. Get even at 5-all. All day, some of the servers would fire out those airplanes and try to be serving exactly when the plane was coming overhead. Beautiful backhand down the line.
Great hold up.
5 games all. Third set.
There's no pressure, but a lot of confidence in his own service games, Roger Federer.
Novak Djokovic, 21-year-old from Belgrade, Serbia. Serve here now to try and get to 6-5. He's headed to a tiebreak. Djokovic able to break and win the set in the last game of the second set.
Then I give it to Federer if Djokovic is not playing more aggressively than he did in that point. But, if Federer is just patient, then he's got better shot selection to choose from. He will win most of the long rallies.
15
There is building here.
Opponent make a volley in that point. 5-all, love 15, the third set, 1 set apiece. Sets it up with this beautiful backhand that he takes so early. Doesn't have perfect technique on that one-hand backhand volley yet, but you see working on that a lot with his coach Marian Vaida.
30-all.
A good reply, fast reply from Federer off the service. Djokovic actually hired Mark Woodford, a great doubles player, to work with him for a while, just on the volley. He's been doing all of the things to improve his game. There are his parents, Jan and Diana.
This is a
please.
Good opportunity for Roger Federer right here. What does he do?
Quiet, please. Thank you.
He'd like to blame it on the crowd. He's making his toss. You see that gesture there toward the box, but also toward the crowd. And if he gets into a whiny mode here,
ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to both players, please remain quiet just before and during the service motion. Thank you.
Absolutely can't think that this is a personal by any means towards Djokovic. It's just the way that the New York City crowd is.
Break Federer. Second serve now.
Thank you.
And this is the point of the match to this moment in the match. Advantage of it, 6-5. He'll serve for the third set with a 2-1 lead. And hearing airplanes are coming overhead for quite a while. It's because the winds have changed, and obviously for safety reasons, the airport has to send them over the tennis center, but they do try to divert them. And you played in those days when it was more common for them to come over. So when you get a chance, maybe you can give us a story or two about that. Federer serving. Set. Oh, that was a fist bump. That's a big deal for him.
That is an unbelievable shot. That is an overhead lob with kick spin and some slice in it. He's not trying to hit this for a winner, except he's lobbing it over Djokovic.
Unbelievable shot. Wow.
Only Roger Federer can come up with shots like that. Bet you that's the first time he's ever tried that in his career.
Wow, that's a nice reply on the second serve. Djokovic teed off on that. An aggressive forehand to say the least at 15 all.
Dangerous place to put the second serve by Federer, but again he's playing a little bit defensive, making Novak Djokovic come up with the goods.
Only break of the set came at 6-5. 2-6-5 by Federer. A chance to serve out this set. From a 2-1 lead.
Very smart serving by Roger Federer. He's gone to the Djokovic forehand 3 times in a row, and that's where you're going to get the errors when things are becoming tight in the set.
Good serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, Djokovic is challenging the goal on the right side line.
That was close.
It's
Roger
being called
was
out.
taking a close look at it. Right to the corner.
Kind of sense that Roger thought it was good the whole time. He stayed on court.
All right, so 40-30 still. Set. Nice touch there. That's too good. So Federer has a third set and 2 sets to 1 lead here. In this semifinal. Djokovic, meanwhile, trying to catch get himself into the final, and now it's an uphill climb, down 2-1.
Interesting serve and volley tactics on the second serve, the first point of the fourth set. It looks like Djokovic has decided that I have to be more aggressive here. So Roger is basically just putting the ball back in play, and I have to create my own points.
Well, that one they put back in play and then some.
30-15.
There's only one man that can do that, of course, and that's Roger Federer. I wonder if his eyes were open when he does that.
Federer.
30-all.
This is what great players do. They play smart at the end of the third set, win the third set, and then they build on that confidence that they now have, leading 2-1, and suddenly he's coming over his backhand and hit 2 brilliant shots in a row. Huge for Federer.
Djokovic is up 30 love. Djokovic in control the whole point.
Yeah, stayed nice and calm throughout that whole point. Djokovic, he had Federer on the run the whole time, and one of the best defenders in the game. But not even he could come up with a squash shot at the end of that rally.
Great point saved.
Federer of old, if we may say that, now that he hasn't won a major in nearly a whole year. It's a great playing by Roger Federer right now, mixing it up beautifully with that slice backhand, coming over some of the backhands, but again relying on his forehand to do the damage. Just a great point by Djokovic. Again, he rolled that serve in at 91 miles per hour. And he set up the point beautifully because he knew this is where he wanted to get at some point. And puts away the second volley.
Deuce again, second break point saved.
Djokovic.
Running Federer all around the court in the game, and on the other hand, he's working very hard to hold a serve.
Absolutely, but these are signs why Novak Djokovic is going to be not a one-time winner of a Grand Slam, but a multiple winner of Grand Slams, because he's very calm, collected at this time, even though he's down 2-1.
Out.
Deuce.
Deuce. Nice handle back there from Federer, putting Djokovic on the run.
It's that squash shot again, I think Roger Federer invented with precision anyway. Just great defense by Federer.
Advantage Djokovic. Again, Djokovic.
New ball struggle. Djokovic holds, opening game of the fourth set.
It has to be a confidence boost to Novak Djokovic to play that game that smartly and still win it. A bit conservative maybe by Federer, but great shot selection by Novak Djokovic.
I've heard some aircraft going over today. I was starting you talking about this because you played in the days when they were coming over frequently. And the guys did get up to some tricks on that, didn't they?
Well, absolutely. You try and serve when there's an airplane going over you, because one of the things you do when you return a serve is you don't only look at the ball, but you listen to the sound that the strings made, and by that you can pick up if there was a top spin on the serve, if there was slice on the serve, if it was a flatter serve. So yeah, you definitely try to serve when there's a big aircraft coming over you.
I've had a few here today. I haven't heard them for the entire tournament, but that's a function of the direction of the wind. Beautiful shot inside out from Roger Federer.
15 love.
Just a great rally by both players, but this is the shot that Federer needs to be able to rely on, the inside-out forehand. He's had so many of those in his career, and really that's what he's looking for in every rally.
30 love.
30 all.
Again, wow, just full of confidence right now, Federer.
40 love. Heartbeat. Boy, he showed everything in that game. Holding it loud.
One game more.
Game apiece in the fourth set. Federer up 2-1.
That's when Federer is at his best. He's just reacting to what comes at him, and usually picks the right shot to hit as well. But you have to have such fast hands and great timing to be able to do what he does sometimes, Federer. Game for Djokovic here to hold on.
Love 15.
He was coming to the net behind that. Might have been a little eager on that approach shot.
Absolutely, but Federer is using a slice backhand very cleverly right now into the wind. dropping it short, so the angle is very difficult for Djokovic to get it back in play, especially if you're trying to do too much with it.
15-second serve.
Second serve.
Long to 15-all.
It's a smart serve by Novak Djokovic, full of confidence, of course. Going to the Federer forehand, and Federer himself was expecting a serve to his backhand side.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Beautiful touch from Djokovic.
Nice and close after this. Again, it's the backhand that sets the point up. Usually Federer gets away with that little dink slice low down, but Djokovic, of course, moves so well. He's got good enough hands to pull that off.
That's why. 30-all.
I really get the feeling that Novak Djokovic knows exactly what he has to do. He's just not able to execute the plan that he has in mind so far.
You can hear Roger just hit on that one.
Again, smart serving by Djokovic going to the Federer forehand. Federer only has one shot, which is to come over it. On the backhand side, he can come over it or slice it.
Djokovic does his part here, holding to 2 games to 1 in the fourth, trailing 2 sets to 1.
Federer by 2 sets to 1.
Continuing with Mats Wilander here as this fourth set winds on here, and again the drama continues to build. Nobody able to explode early and break open the match, but the edge obviously to Federer, 2 sets to 1 at the moment. Onus is on the 21-year-old Serbian to turn things in his favor. On serve without a break.
15 long.
It's amazing how often these two players go to his opponent's forehand in the serve, first or second serve. They're getting a lot of cheap points doing that, so very smart serving by both players.
30 long.
Djokovic has won 3 tournaments this year. He opened strongly, obviously winning the Australian Open, his first major. Then he won the very tough Indian Wells on a hard court, and then Rome on clay. And then his consistent season, a couple of finals, 4 semifinals, bronze medal at the Olympic Games. Unless he's number 3 in the world.
Federer says, yeah, well played. You know it's well played.
30-15.
Bullet down the line for the winner.
Oh, Roger hit a perfect slice there, and if you can hit a winner off of that slice, then, like Roger said, you're too good.
Nicely held there, waiting for the move. And going behind him.
40-15.
Excellent play by Roger Federer, relying on his strength.
Djokovic very smartly getting the ball deep on that last volley, because he knows that Federer will make an effort to run it down.
Absolutely great small court tennis right here by both players.
Djokovic.
That's what he knows he has to do. Keep the ball in play long enough where he gets the chance to attack the net.
Deuce. Wide.
That's
a big forehand by Roger Federer that time. A lot of spin on that ball. And of course the wind has picked up a little bit, so it's very difficult for Djokovic to time these shots precisely.
Game point Federer.
Yes.
It's good. Beautiful shot.
And that's the shot that Federer has to be aware of now, because Djokovic really wants Federer to hit this forehand inside out, because then he brings up Djokovic's favorite shot, the backhand down the line. It's not a risky shot, even though that must probably hit the edge of the line.
Good serve. Way out. He couldn't control the return. Djokovic. Game point again. Federer. Trying to get even at 2-all. The hold, we're even at 2. Fourth set. Federer up 2 sets to 1.
I must say I haven't seen Federer look this good in a tennis match in a long time. Of course, he had that great finals in Wimbledon with Rafael Nadal, but I mean, he was lucky to not lose that match in 3 straight sets, coming back winning the 3rd and 4th in 2 tiebreakers. And of course, he looked good at some point in that match, but apart from that, this year, this is about as good as I've seen him play. A bit lazy there, Roger Federer, with his feet. Didn't expect such a big second serve. That much topspin on it from Djokovic.
Shot. Djokovic. Beautiful forehand Federer for 15-all.
Really, when Federer steps into the ball with his forehand, he has so many choices to make, which he said in the past has been the difficult thing for him, because he has so many choices, but it's also very difficult for his opponent to know which one he's going to choose.
Djokovic was long at the volley. Great from there, because he was very good at keeping himself in position. That shot. Just missed the baseline.
Really needs to put this overhead away. Of course, Federer again, such great defense.
Kind of pushed that a little bit. Just enough to knock it long. So 15-30. Little look here for Federer. eyes actually a little brighter than they have been. Not going to promise that's going to last, but a little better for now. Oh, bad forehand miss there. 2 great points.
What a huge opportunity for Federer right here. Djokovic seems a bit out of sorts after that missed forehand volley.
The Federer fans into it here now. Placement out of it.
That's really the most confident shot that Djokovic has in his arsenal. A backhand down the line, takes it early, takes time away from his opponent. And again, it's not a risky shot to him.
Djokovic looking at 2 great points.
That's the big match player right there. Novak Djokovic comes up with a big serve when he needs it. He needs a couple more in this game. Showing enough disappointment and negative vibes here at Djokovic, where Federer sees that and he can build on that.
For Federer, 3 games to 2. 4th set, 2 sets to 1 for the Swiss. Screen attracts the players, certainly on their changeovers, no matter what's going on. People dancing, shots of celebrities, action from other courts. In fact, Andy Murray, the first time he came out on the court,
service line.
There's a challenge coming here. Andy Murray asked him to turn off the big screens because he wasn't used to seeing himself, because they do a replay, and he asked the chair umpire, that's out,
second set,
to turn them off. Well, he was told, no, we're not going to turn them off. That's part of the deal here on the big court. He didn't like it. So I don't mind, put other video on. I just don't want to see video of my match.
That's a very Andy Murray-like, I have to say. Being very hard on himself sometimes, Andy Murray, but he's changed that around lately.
Brilliant player. Deserving to be number 4 in the world. Very thoughtful, creative style of play, and a good fighter. About 15, Djokovic this is like majorly key, this game here. Great fight back. Roger. Federer style. And lost the first point. Comes up with an ace. That was ace number 16. And 6 for Djokovic. Absolutely read and timed that beautifully.
I think he knows by now that Federer is going to go to the Djokovic forehand on the second serve more often than not, because Djokovic has been missing some of those returns on the forehand side.
And again, Federer comes right back with another ace, number 18.
40-13. This is really a huge game, because holding on after you've broken serve and hold on to your own service game is always the hardest thing to do.
Second serve at 40-30.
shot of Djokovic hit the top of the net, but I wasn't really sure what he was trying to do with that shot, Federer.
Deuce. He is just conserving beautifully. His percentage is 62%. It was as high as 70 through the first couple of sets. But he's been winning 83% of the points on first serves in. Not to mention that a bunch of those, now 18, have been aces. Excellent by Djokovic.
It's interesting how Federer goes back to the exactly same spot that he lost the 2 points ago to the Djokovic forehand. But obviously, again, I like that though. Federer is playing a smart match. He knows where he's going to get the cheap points from Djokovic's racket.
Once again, another game point. Comes up with another big serve. Edging closer to another chance to win his 5th U.S. Open championship. And he's got to clean this one out, and then he's got either Murray or Nadal facing him. Djokovic will be battling to the end here. It's uphill for the young Serbian now. Good shot from Djokovic.
There's one thing that these players that are involved in these 2 semifinals don't like, and that is that you're not able to watch your opponent if you were to win. And that's really important to see how your opponent is going to play and has played in these winning semifinals. I would have thought that Roger would have liked Rafael Nadal or Andy Murray to see this match, because it's a different Federer than they've seen.
Well, I guess the DVD would be available to either one of them after the end of this match. They've been played simultaneously because of the weather concerns about the huge storm headed in this direction. I think that their agents are talking to them.
Beautiful shot by Roger Federer.
15-13.
It makes it look so easy, this little chip backhand. Just knifes it down at Djokovic's feet. No risk at all. If Djokovic does make that volley, then it's an easy pass. Great play by Federer.
15-30. Wow, I mean, if he could break here, I think school would indeed be out. Second serve. Critical situation for Djokovic. Oh, he missed it off the net cord.
15-14.
2 break points for Federer.
A bit lucky here by Federer, but he chose that defensive shot and lets Djokovic come up with a shot and make the unforced error himself. Federer again is playing a very smart match.
30-14.
Djokovic, and he wants the ball back right away here. Eager to get going. Roger Federer. We're in the red. A little touch of the Tiger Woods look here. This is a semifinal. I bet he has it in the final as well. And I think it's safe to say he starts with an ace. He has 2 breaks in this set, serving for the match. 5-2 and 15 love.
Just such a confident performance by Federer this match, I have to say. Not out of nowhere, but
20 aces, and then Federer magic for extra measure.
It's just a
30 love.
obnoxious play by Roger Federer. It's a good return by Djokovic, but so much backspin on that drop shot by Federer.
It's long. 3 match points.
This is one of the better feelings that you ever had as a tennis player, serving 2 breaks up for a chance to get to the finals. 40 love.
Forehand winner.
3 sets to 1.
Absolutely brilliant display of tennis.
6-2.
The man people were writing off. Roger Federer is into the final. Genuine congratulations there from Novak Djokovic. He knows he'll have lots more chances in big events against Roger Federer because he is a legit number 3 behind Nadal and Federer. Federer would like very much to be number 1 again. Will he have that chance? Well, that's kind of up to Mr. Nadal.